Hello guys, I'm gonna show you another game from the master that just finished, and this is the very last game to finish and the one that decided who gets the promotion. In this game there's Totsilence who was competing for the promotion, and I was leading by 3 points before this game, but Totsilence held the tie over me, so should he win, there's no way for me to promote. But then again, if I was able to at least make it so that Totsilence does not win, it should give me a nice position. So yeah, there's WanderingWolf, an Aussie player, and Occupied, I don't know where he's from, and then Totsilence on the 4th seat. So let's take a quick peek at the wonders and leaders. There's Ziska, Columbus in H1, and in H2, Maria Theresa with the liner, Nobel, and then H3, Gates, always nice if you can set him up, and Gandhi if there's some culture play and we need to defend it. So yeah, pretty mixed bag there, but let's see how it goes. So for me, there's only yellow cards, and I take the UG. Planning to go for the lab first, and then work my way from that. WanderingWolf takes Hippocrates, should be fine. Alternative being taking 2 yellow cards, and that's not too tempting. Occupied goes for Alex with the yellow card, it takes the rich land. So nothing special there. And Totsilence can go for Confucius with the yellow card also. For me, there's only Sun Tzu for one in the leader department, and I just think that there's enough synergy. Anyway, there's Siska and there's Columbus. So browsing the deck for faster to 1, always nice if you can follow him up with Columbus. And I just build the lab and pop. So the mine is delayed, but let's see when I can go for those. Also drawing some tactics already. WanderingWolf goes for Hippocrates, a mine, and then let's see if he get. Yeah, he pays an extra CA for pyramids, but that should be fine. Yes, and it also leaves Stonehenge for 2 now. And anyway, Alex might be a bit CA poor to go for that anyway, so he goes for standard developments and taking the gardens as well. And then it means that Stonehenge is available for 1, so Totsilence can just do the normal stuff and take the wonder as well. And then it also means that Colossus will be available for me for 1, and I just go for it. Maybe going with Sun Tzu for a while, and then maybe grabbing Columbus and taking 1 Colossus draw to maybe hit a nice H2 colony, but yeah, it's still early. It's too early to say, but that's one way to go about it. Also take the alchemy with the urban growth, still delaying my mine, so it might be a bit risky, but But yeah, I could go alchemist first, and then maybe if there's a development, I could add a mine still. And I show the fighting band. Well, yeah, just show it and hold on to it for now, because I can't keep that many cards anyway. Wolf then pops and takes first copy of Knights and also the second alchemy. And he can finish the pyramids next turn, if that's what he chooses to do. Occupied then sends Alex to where he sent some new lands, and then grabs first copy of Swordsman plus pops. Yeah, the first 1C range, maybe if you don't have a tactic for Khan, it might be a bit too speculative to go for him, just because you lose Alex now. There are probably better leaders to come. Totsilence opens civil life, so that actually means that WanderingWolf could go for one alchemist straight up. So maybe that will be his play instead of finishing pyramids. And the second knight's taken away, and some step and food from the row. So for me, I decided to go for the alchemy since I opted to take it, upgrade once, and then with the science that I have, I probably will go for the code. Yeah, just gives me another way of getting resources from the row, and then I could actually build the mine with the development, so that worked out okay. And WanderingWolf will go for the alchemy, build one, take Freddy and bread and pop. Yeah, you couldn't have used Freddy anyway to pop, since it would have ended in revolution. Always the third yellow cube from Hippocrates is always a bit tricky. Is it needed or not? But here it doesn't make a big difference, so why not hold on to him one more turn. Occupied then builds his wonder a few steps, taking irrigation and skipping knights because he has swordsman already. And Totsilence seeds, of course, with the Confucius. There's some more pop. Plays frugality, pops again, builds stage and takes bread. There's beer in the game. Already has the knights, and warfare might be an option, but it should be fine. He has a lot of population now, and keeping them happy is one problem. I seed, but what did I seed? Was it something like radar? So at least no, it was not raiders, but it was to do with the later decision. Yeah, I missed what I seeded, but well, maybe you saw it. So I could go for the code now, and that's what I do. Go for the second lab upgrade, pop to get out of corruption, and take this, well, not early iron, but the earliest iron there is, and maybe with some developments, I could go for it before I finish the Colossus. And now as I draw, well, rats could be interesting to have. Should I? Yeah, I have already drawn the vast storage 1, so maybe I could seed the rats and then get the vast with Columbus and use my food, and others might get hit. So at least there's knowledge that the rats about the rats, to seed or not to seed, I don't know. Open borders agreement between Wolf and Totsilence. Yeah, I was never gonna get it anyway. But very nice with the Freddy. So he goes for one mine upgrade. Occupant takes the last alchemy, finishes the gardens, and then builds one swordsman and takes reserves. So yeah, it's fine. And there's some more military cards. Totsilence goes for knights. Does he have a tactic? Yeah. Medieval army. So he's strongest for now, and deck is flipping soon, so have to be a bit careful about the deck, even though there might be some Confucius events, but maybe some strength events as well. And he can go for Joan. I think Joan was available for occupied also for one. But of course it's always too CI to get her going, since he had Alex. So maybe he's eyeing Gutenberg, and took the alchemy last time, so he might be going for Gutenberg. And Totsilence takes irrigation. And then it's my turn. I actually seed the rats and then play around it. Everyone gets more food, rats will be happy. And then it's about there's Columbus for 2. Do I take him now or leave him and take him next turn? Only occupied, has no H1 leader yet, but as said, he just took alchemy, so I made a guess that he probably goes for Gutenberg, and I've already drawn the last one, so that's the absolute best colony from H1, and he can't have it, so probably he won't go for Columbus. So I just left him there, started going for Colossus since there was no science and I could not go for iron yet, and just pop a lot since I seeded the rats. And then I just decided to get the swordsman out and upgrade once to be, well, I don't think I will get hit by an aggression by Totsilence, but that's a way to be a bit stronger now, and also deck is flipping soon, so strength might be great to have. Wandering Wolf seeds, there's some more swordsmen, some warriors for everyone. And finally starts with the pyramids. Uses Freddy to get one more warrior. Takes breakthrough for 2. I mean, yeah, there might be some alternatives, but 2 science for 2 civil actions. Not the worst trade. Still takes the warfare, but stays at 3, so I will not be weakest for now at least. And the rats traveled here on an express delivery, so they came out right away, and it was great for me since a lot of food was lost. There was development of agriculture, and I just was able to pop a lot and then not lose anything basically. So he now goes for Gutenberg, as I thought he would. Develops alchemy with him and takes code. And upgrades a warrior and even 2. Does not make him strongest, but at least safe from any aggression. Totsilence then can take a look at the top card and sees barbarians, and he won't get hit by it, so he just reveals it. And now he can finish the wonder and start going for some food upgrades since the rats are gone. And also takes cartography. Maybe has some colony plane in mind. He has 4 M8, so he can hold on to a lot of defense cards for that. Maybe has seeded a colony already. And yeah, I was in between my turns, while the rats was okay. I was pretty afraid of raiders coming out. That would have made it so that I can't finish my wonder, but no raiders came, and obviously I'm not seeding here because that would be a disaster if it came out. So I just go for Columbus, finish the wonder, and then upgrade the fighting band tactic. Take rich land to go for the iron a bit more efficiently. Also drama, there's Marlene Dietrich in the game, so always nice to have that, and I have a lot of pop. I could maybe then at some point start putting those workers into drama. And also gonna go for the monarchy, at least as an option. I will likely be getting, since I take a lot of cards, the age will end for sure, and I'll get the Colossus draw, and then based on that I will maybe go for the Vaster 1 if there's no other colony drawn, and if there are some other scenarios I could then maybe go for monarchy and get the 3rd draw and then try to draw a better colony. So pyramids finished in the nick of time here. Last turn anyway in H1, and decides to go for Silk Road as well. Maybe he was eyeing that when he took the breakthrough, and now he can well, he didn't play it with that, so yeah, he can get it next turn. Start going for the Silk Road and then get the bonus. He's still the weakest though, so potentially in danger. Occupied 10 seats, and then there's scientific breakthrough. Yeah, I suppose that was one of mine. I just missed having it, but judging by the science gained here, it was probably mine. Goes for the code. Upgrades with Gutenberg. Takes a UG. Can go for another free upgrade next turn. Also taking the iron from the row, and then some more culture and science. And the age ends. Yeah, we can see in a bit what I drew with that. There's new deposits revealed just before I can go for the iron upgrades, but that's just how it is. And I was pretty annoyed that Nobel was available for Totsilence. Otherwise, it would have been a just cool turn to colonize with Columbus and then go for Nobel right away. But Totsilence sees that problem and solves it by taking him right away. So yeah, it makes him also the strongest. And for me, yeah, seed. What did I seed? Good question. Something. I really should be taking notes about that, but yeah, not the vast richer one at least. Yeah, it was a card from. Yeah, I think it was actually international agreement. It might have been that even. Yeah, since I drew the. Yeah, that's my best guess since I will be seeding international agreement in this game. So probably drew it with the Colossus, and since I drew also the tactic fortifications, so maybe that's what I did. And as we can see, I drew no colony from H2. So I decided, since Nobel was taken away, there's no replacement leader anyway, I decided to go for monarchy and get one draw at least to try to draw some better colony. I seeded and let's go to arms revealed. Actually here it might not have been too bad to get hit by it if it meant that I get a colony, but it's fine like this anyway. I go for monarchy to get the extra draw. And with the rats gone, I have a lot of pop laying around, so I decided to build another farm to get out of corruption. And then another rich land, since I'm delaying my mines, so now I can go for them pretty cheaply. And even in some cases maybe go for coal, but it might be a bit hard. So I should be getting the irons going as soon as I can. And for those, it's nice to have the rich land to be more efficient. Also taking EG1 and masonry. Yeah, there's ocean liner, transcontinental railroad, and also the H3 wonders could be better with having some sort of masonry tech. And I have at least some science production, so maybe I can afford it. Even going for it right away, just to use the CA. I can't take another guard anyway. And ending the turn with 7 rocks, so I can easily go for the iron upgrades. And also Harvard College, should it be available for that. Having Engineering Genius 1 is at least a nice sort of. There's potential. Wolf takes another breakthrough with the rich land, just taking a lot of yellow cards to have with the Silk Road. Going for mine upgrade, copies my tactic, but it's still the weakest, so let's see if he gets it. Occupied then reveals another Confucius event, so more science for everyone. plays Legion, so it's cheaper to just play the Legion. Upgrades for free. Builds another swordsman to be strongest, and then starts playing those yellow cards just to save some actions. And can start going for iron, and also plays the reserve so that he does not have to play it later. There's a colony revealed, probably played by Totsilence, since I did not play it. And I was actually willing to bid a warrior and one of my cards for it, or a swordsman and one card, because I still have a lot of population. They're not happy, but I actually know about rebellion. There's no rebellion in, so that helps my play a bit. But it's still a nice colony, and it's quite cheap now. Totsilence can then go for the early republic, so his game does not look bad at all. Can go for it, but it also means that he basically cannot take the Harvard College here. He could take it, but he doesn't have any upgraded mines, so it will be a bit hard for him to take it. So I'm quite happy to get the Harvard College here. But yeah, he can invest in more food, no rats anymore, so he can just start popping every turn now. So yeah, now I go for the iron. I decide that this is probably the last possible instance that I can still effectively go for the iron, so I prioritize that a lot, so I can just start going for the irons, use the rich lands, but I still need to rebuild some strength after colonizing, so I can't really go for the third upgrade now. But like this, I can just go for the Harvard College, and then maybe use EG if blue cubes allow it, and then just very efficiently finish the Harvard College. And one turn after I maybe upgrade my mine first. So yeah, Harvard is nice combination with the alchemy. You can just go up to 7 production with two alchemies. I draw Cold War. It might be interesting card to see it, since I have Colossus and fortifications, so probably I will be in the top 2 strength wise in the future. So Cold War is at least very tempting to see it. So Wolf starts with Silk Road, goes for the first breakthrough, upgraded, plays the Red and Circuitous, then goes for Republic. That's good stuff. And can pick a Celtic Breeding also. So yeah, with him having Silk Road, there's no way for him to go for the Ocean Liner. And it will probably be taken by the first player that has that Wonder slot open. Yeah, Occupied goes for the liner, but can't take Maria, and also has corruption issue for now, so probably just tackle that now. So yeah, he can upgrade a mine and then build that first step. Maybe getting the architecture for the final steps, but yeah, we'll see. And adopts my tactic, being strongest again. So yeah, with him taking the liner, he has nice source for population, and well, he doesn't have a government, but there's 2 commons left anyway, so he should be okay. And yeah, this is probably the most annoying thing in this game. An early scientific pact, and that's, yeah, at this point I did not feel too great about the game, because with him taking scientific method as well, he's probably very soon swimming in science and can just use the science pact and get a lot of stuff out. And the space flight also. So yeah, not the greatest turn of events here for winning the game possibly. So he goes for an upgrade to scientific method and takes urban growth to go for the other one next turn, and then he'll be at 8 science production with the pact. Occupied does not have that much production, but yeah, let's see. It's quite clear that Totsilence will get more benefits out of the pact, but yeah, what can you do? And takes Opera also. Well, maybe not playable now, but there's Moline in the game. So in the future, once he gets his coal, yeah, it should be nice. Yeah, I decided to go for a pact of my own. It's still a good pact to have, and I decided to take the food because I will be taking Maria on this turn, and then I have a decent food production even without any upgraded techs, and it should give me some value with Maria. And I need a replacement leader. Robespierre does not do much. I have Monarchy already. Catherine, yeah, she could be okay, but yeah, I just valued the Maria giving me science, even more science, and some culture also, and then the rocks for military. And I'm weakest for now, so I should be able to use the Maria rocks. Elect her, pop, go for the last upgrade to my mines, and luckily I have enough blue cubes to just build the first step with EG, and then only one CA to finish it next time. And I don't hate my position here, it's still fine. I can maybe start going for some dramas as well with the masonry there. And they're quite cheap. But still, yeah, it's still up in the air, this game, how it will go. Yeah, some bad news from the deck, but also have a lot of yellow cubes, so it might not be too bad. Goes for Catherine. Yeah, Barbarossa not doing much for now. He's still gonna go for some more food, but yeah, Freddy not doing too much, so Catherine should be fine. But yeah, occupied can use Robespierre very nicely, and for him it's perfect timing for replacement anyway. It's just upgrade his labs with Gutenberg and then can go for Conman. And also finish the liner, so that was a pretty decent turn. Fixing a lot of stuff in one turn. Totsilence seeds, and there's another colony. It would be nice for me also, so I was able to bid a lot for it, but Totsilence had the turn order benefit here, so and a lot of cards it seems, so quite cheap colony here. But still no coal anywhere to be seen, so at least, even though he has the pact, he has not been able to go for the coal yet, since it has not been shown yet. So the longer it goes without coal being here, it's better for me. But he's guaranteed to get the coal anyway, so it's just about when it will come out of the deck. And for that he needs efficient upgrade to go for one, if it's available. Also wave, it would be great for me also, but not too bad for him either. Cannon, yeah. Cannon is always useful. So for me, I decided not to seed. I had drawn defensive army last time, so that might be even better for me, since I already have the swordsman going. But I was not willing to risk it for now, to see it now and get hit by something. But I'm probably planning to, now that I've drawn the defensive army as well, I probably see the Cold War next time. But yeah, I can finish the college very nicely, then go for cannons, start using Maria rocks, and then I take selective breeding. There's no liner left. I have 3 farms that need upgrading, but maybe if I can hold on to all of those farms, then having 3 selective breedings is definitely not bad with Maria. Also Carryman, just to have some more text for maybe H3 tactics, and also taking navigation, just to have extra strength, and there's probably some more colonies in, so it might be interesting to have. And showing tactic to not be one of the two weakest here. And even though it puts me in the range where I only get +1 military rock, it should be fine just to upgrade the last warrior and then get the tactic full. Also drawing another tactic, basically now it just means that no one else can have it, so it's nice draw in that sense. Some more military text taken. EG2, Frug, yellow cards taken with the Silk Road, always beneficial. Some more upgrades, and then that's that. Occupied then does not see it, even though he's the strongest, but then again he just Robespierred into a government, so he didn't draw anything, so maybe it just hasn't got anything to seed anyway. Takes rifleman, upgrades. Yeah, there is the breakthrough also, could be worth taking, since, well, you need the irrigation at some point for not to put too many people in farms. Maybe it was something to do with using the pact, but yeah, Totsilence still has 16 signs, so probably not the biggest factor there to spend some of its signs as well, but you can go for anything and everything here. Totsilence seeds, even though he's the weakest, maybe has some knowledge what he has seeded, or or what has been discarded, and immigration, and everyone else but me gets population, so that's a bit annoying, even more so with Maria. But yeah, it was not it was not a must for me to fix my happiness since I knew about rebellion. So that's what you get then. Goes for some text, takes the breakthrough for one, rich land for another upgrade next turn. So he's starting to look annoying once again with getting the, well, late coal, but still it's still coal. Then I see Cold War, get the fray, so at least a bit of a strength push from me paid off. Getting some more rocks. And then at the last possible moment I at least wanna develop the drama, probably build one. Yeah. Since I already have a nice tactic, I can probably afford going for some culture as well. Then go for one upgrade to my farms. Pop. Take reserves. And then upgrade my warrior for free and get the full tactic and be strongest for now. Yeah, the reserves actually, I think at the end I was never able to play it, but there was really no alternative here. Cannons I already have, and organized religion, that might have been actually somewhat interesting. I think in retrospect I would have liked to take the organized religion instead of the reserves. But maybe not the biggest difference, but yeah, that may have been a more useful card. I draw freedom of movement and another tactic, since I have the cavalryman. Could even transform into Napoleonic army, but maybe that's, yeah, I'm good with the defensive army for now. Then last cannon taken, also Louvre. Maybe he's feeling a bit pressured by the culture, even though no one is really running away with it. But also he has the EG2 he can use for 5 rocks, so that's a nice way to get some more production culture-wise, and yeah, it could work out just fine. Get some more science from the row, goes for rifleman when there's still H2, and get some upgrades in. He threatens now to steal a cube from the last 2 players, but maybe they can respond. Yeah, let's check my civ for now. My draw for the Colossus is not the greatest. There's something I can use maybe, but it's not a game-changing draw at all, but let's see. Team sports taken, there's still Pierre in the game. Yes, architecture now, so cheap arenas to be had, and then pubs. So he has, and he took the first Air Force, so with the right tactic, he has the population for pretty big wars at the end, so we'll have to be careful. Totsilence then just gonna use his science pact, go for the justice system, and also strategy. That may be the more important one out of those for him. But yeah, it looks quite grim because everyone has pretty much the same culture, and his production is better than anyone else's. So So it's a tough, steep hill to climb for me to get the promotion. But yeah, at least I get the international agreement. I played very early on, just planning to be stronger here, and well, luckily no one else was going up in strength more than they did, and I was able to get this, and I made sure that I have some hand space to get some cards here, and actually take 3 yellow cards: the EG3, Frug, and Revolutionary Idea, just to drop the space flight to 1 CA range, and at least that strong wonder is taken away from Totsilence. Well, there's no guarantee he would have got it anyway, but the other players are not that great in science, so it may have been dropping to Totsilence anyway, so I wanted to take the spaceflight away. I have some decent production myself. There's Cold War coming, so it should be fine for me too. Totsilence has a lot of food. There's also the Red Cross, but I thought that maybe he feels that his military is pretty bad in the long term, mid to long term, and he probably can't afford to go for the Red Cross here. So yeah, I decided to take those cards to save 1 CA for the spaceflight, and then I just built some more culture and use Maria Rock for cannon, and go for navigation should there be a colony, and also to get some more strength, and popping to get out of corruption. Yeah, that's cultural influence. I win it. Yay. Well, it could be. It's a pretty tight game, so any culture you can get is valuable. So cannons. Architecture. Go for arena. Waiting for peer. Copy my tactic, and then take some reserves from the row and movies. Doesn't have the science for it now, but maybe it will. And as we can see, Marlene Dietrich has arrived, but yeah, let's see if she makes it all the way to me. At least as the Cold War I see it, I win it with Wolf. Tanks taken. Some more developments, a lot of cards. Totsilence Seeds, that's the freedom of movement. It's at least good that Totsilence does not have the greatest set of alternatives to use the freedom, and I think he ended up not doing anything with it. But he takes Marlene Dietrich away from me, which I think is the correct play. And then start going for operas with the engineering, and yeah, it starts to look even worse for me. Even gets the Nobel Prize right away. And his only weakness is maybe military, should he not have a nice tactic. But all in all, I don't like it. So yeah, I will have to start thinking about ways to somehow either make it so that Totsilence doesn't win, or prepare to go for a lot of culture and win myself. It will be pretty hard. So I decided to at least go for a new government, go for democracy, just have the culture. I still have more culture production than Totsilence for now. Well, he has one turn less played than me, but it still keeps me in the culture game to get this democracy going, and also allowing me to add one more drama later on, and then I start transitioning into Napoleonic. Maybe the military pressure is the only way I can somehow put some obstacles in Totsilence's way to prevent some crazy culture push, and then get some military rocks and also efficient upgrades. Should there be maybe computers, or I can just use it for the last farm upgrade. I actually put my farm into drama with the freedom. And yeah, I could have also just played the efficient upgrade now for the farm, but I did not have, the way I played it, I did not have the CA for that. And at least I got the Nobel Prize, getting the democracy out, and also playing the revolutionary idea. I could also get the government on the same turn. So I'm trying to do my best to keep up. Wolf then gets the Louvre going and starts building Red Cross as well. Gets 3 stages, and Occupied and Totsilence can both build a stage, so I will be the only one not getting any culture from the Red Cross, so that's another annoying thing. Yeah, there's a colony coming. I did not see it, but I had a hunch that there might be some in, and that's why I went for the navigation. And then there's develop territory. It's nice for spaceflight, and I can get it for 2 units and 1 card. Yeah, I had drawn the mechanized army, so I had no use for those swordsmen anyway, so that's why I decided to bid both. Robespierre goes for revolution. Churchill, so really trying some military, goes for the stage, probably. Well, he did not. Yeah, he of course could not use the Winston rocks since he had no MA left. And tourism is offered, but in the last seat it's a bit tall order to get that accepted anyway. But I was happy to see that he has nothing to cede and just has to waste his political action like that, so it's great. No, not great, but still better than ceding, because that would be bad. Goes for cannon and has the modern army, so that another thing that makes it even less likely that I can overtake him, since he still has some pop and rocks, so he can, with the Air Force, still gather up some strength with the outdated modern army. Plays the wave, yeah, takes the Air Force, and goes for the Red Cross last stage. And theater. So, as we can see now, it's relatively even Steven with the culture, and we have same production, but obviously the potential is bigger, even though I have the spaceflight, and actually Totsilence will be missing out on the Wonder. He does not get any H3 Wonder, so I have still that on my side, but I'm not sure if it's enough. So I decide not to see it. I just used some strength to colonize. I only have impact of government, and I will be spending all my MAs this turn, so I won't be drawing any, so it makes no sense to see it now. So yeah, I can get the military build-up, play it straight away, and then get some more strength, maybe putting some pressure on the other players, and taking air force as well. This time there was no debate whether or not to take it. I might need it to maybe launch a war somehow, but it may be a bit tricky with 3 MA anyway, since I can't take the military theory here. But yeah, I can just take the rev and pop. And now I'm thinking if I should have gone for another route here, since spoiler alert, I won't be using the rev idea either, so I will be ending my game with the 2 cards that I took that I did not play, so maybe some Chaplin movie sort of thingy, but I thought that there may not be time for that. But I would have to check again if there's some sort of world where I could have taken movies with Chaplin. But Maria's still doing some work, and I get culture and science every turn, so I decided, since Maria's obviously a spaceflight leader, so yeah, I held on to her for now. WanderingWolf tries an aggression, since he just went for a revolution, but he could defend. There's some computer action and military theory. He has warfare already, but doesn't hurt to have that. Maybe part denial from other players also. There's rockets taken. So this made me at least a bit happy, since I probably can defend a war. That maybe he has somehow drawn a war and can launch a war on Totsilence. That was my main hope for the game. So a lot of preparation, but then again, he also, I think he could have played it a bit different, maybe copying some tactic already, or showing some tactic. It just felt like he did not have the war yet. That's why he played it so that he gets the full draw. So I was not too confident in him having a war already. And well, at least some good news. Another time he offers the pact, and I just say no. He has only 1 wonder, and I have 2 already. So in a game where every bit of culture counts, it just doesn't make any sense to accept. Goes for even more operas, at least he can't build another opera anymore. Takes the rev and reserves and multimedia, which is pretty annoying with the engineering. He can just build a lot of multimedias as well, and then it may not matter that he doesn't have a wonder. He can just invest in those and get a lot of value. So now I see the government, and then there's even more rocks and food for everyone. I at least get some more food with Maria, but Totsilence will gain so much that he could threaten to build three multimedias next turn. So that was not something I wanted to allow. So I decided I need to apply some pressure so that he can't build that many urban buildings. So I just pop a few times just to get the Maria bonus, and then it was about deciding the leader and the play for this turn and the last turn. So I played with ideas to maybe get Mandela next turn, but I did not have the CA for finishing the space flight, and then there was the decision, should I go for 2 Nobel Prizes or just one? And I was also short on CA for the double Nobel Prize. So at the end I just went for computers and gates, just to allow me to get some more culture from the computers, and then I will be most likely skipping the engineering genius that I took. I don't have to see it to use it. I just have to build a space flight next turn with 2 civil actions. So yeah, I just popped first with Maria, then went for gates, and also there was corruption in some sort of lines that I considered. So like this, I can build a computer straight up and play the patriotism, add 1 knight to threaten an aggression, maybe on Totsilence or the other ones. And then I just have enough actions to take 1 card from the row and then develop 2 techs and build drama, pop, and yeah, that's it. No peace anywhere, but it made no sense for Occupied to accept that, since that would take all pressure away from Wolf. He could just build some movies or something like that, and he just declined the offer. At this point I was also hoping that maybe WanderingWolf would have enough potential to maybe win the game instead of me. So there was a slight chance that could happen, but I was mostly just trying to maximize my own potential here. But it did not look too great. And I was mainly hoping for the war, what I thought was quite unlikely, but he could have, I think, Occupied could have gone up to 60 something strength, and Totsilence maybe 5 to 10 less of that. So it could have been a small war, but it could have put some brakes on Totsilence's civilization. So I was still hoping for the war, but I was not too confident, and as it seems, probably did not have a war, just ceded, and WanderingWolf got some more culture. Still goes for some strength to threaten an aggression, maybe. Takes multimedia and scores a Nobel Prize. Builds multimedia, another one. So it's quite late. He's pushing for culture, but he's hopelessly behind without a war. So now the H4 starts and Totsilence seeds, but is hit by the Independence Declaration, losing the inhabited one, which may not be too bad, but he's a bit at the end of his bank anyway, but no immediate trouble for that. Goes for multimedia, builds 1 Then goes for what an infantry scores the Nobel Prize, but is destroying a lab to put one more worker into the military, so that's definitely not bad since he had to do it. But if it's enough, I'm not sure. No, we'll find out soon enough. So yeah, instead of 3 multimeters, he just went for 1 and had to destroy a lab. So it's definitely not nothing. So yeah, before the final turn, it's, well, I will get the space flight and gates production, but I'm still somewhat behind. And yeah, I was not too happy about this. I still have some shot, maybe, if the impacts are great for me, but I have seeded government and I will be seeding wonders as the last impact. In part, it's very strong for Wolf, the wonders impact, and of course for me it's gonna be 10 against 5 Totsilence. So that was my main goal, and I could have maybe tried an aggression, but probably it wouldn't go through anyway. And that's guaranteed some culture on Totsilence. So yeah, my turn is basically set. I played the government, impact of government, and there might be progress also. So getting military theory is fine for that, and then just Air Force for the Nobel Prize, then pop. And then I was suspecting that the variety would be in the deck, but it's so yeah, should I build a religion or drama? But then again, there might be architecture, so in that it would be tied. And I just think some scenarios where the culture production could be an issue also. So I just decided to go for one drama, and then I just have to do a 2 CA left to finish the wonder for 26. Not the greatest, but not the worst. And yeah, that was the H4 iconoclasm with that will be significant in this game. Yeah, I just lost Gates after he does not do anything, so I just got the 5 culture for his computers, and then he's gone. But then again, other players lost. Wolf lost Pierre, so that is on the one hand bad because he can't get the 8 culture for Olympics and is not that likely to finish ahead of Totsilence. And Churchill lost for Occupied, doesn't make the biggest difference, only 3 culture. But as we can see, losing Marlene is quite bad. He needs to fix his happy faces. Totsilence probably has to build a bread and then play around that. And who knows, there might be an event for the happy faces coming. Who knows? This goes for movie, sells a painting, and goes for another movie. And yeah, copy shows the tactic. But yeah, I'll be strongest for now anyway. I don't know if strength is in. But yeah, impact of happiness is revealed, and that's what I think it was. He was on full happy faces, so it's 10 less that he should have got for that. And with this revealed, I was somewhat hoping that this is enough. I was just amused by this event since or impact, since I lost in an earlier master game in this season. I lost all my CAs to Rebellion in H3, and that game was pretty much done for after that. And now the Impact of Happiness gave a pretty big swing at the end. So let's see how close it will get. Occupied goes for some extra units and take some cards. So Totsilence is at least able to see it, so he has still some nice impact left. Government is slightly okay for me, +2 against Totsilence. He then disbands knights, has to build the bread, but maybe would have done it anyway, since variety is quite likely to be in. Builds another multimedia, disbands modern infantry even, so that's clear indication of variety, but also it's potentially less for competition. But he now fixes his food, so if that's in, that's +6 for impact of agri. So yeah, it's gonna be, I'll be leading 12 culture before the final, which was yeah, if at one point I would have known that I enter the final scoring leading, I would have taken it gladly. So let's see, there's competition, so at least that was in. I gained some culture and Totsilence. That's the wonders I played, that's pretty strong. Harmony, that's yeah, hadn't played it, but Totsilence will not get as much as I. That's the architecture, so it was neutral if I put that worker into drama or religion, because there's also variety, which is very good for Totsilence. It's +8 versus me, but it's still 9 culture before the final impact, and at this point I was getting some sort of epiphanies of maybe culture being the last one and then losing to that, but luckily it was the very anticlimactic agriculture. So yeah, I was able to win it and get the promotion. Yeah, so that's this game. I was very happy to win, very happy to promote to GM, and let's see how it goes once the season starts in a couple of months. But yeah, in this game I was always feeling a bit behind, but the lucky iconoclasm plus happiness was the one that really, as you can see, 10 culture would have been enough to overtake me, and then he probably would have had some more options for the last turn without fixing his happiness. So yeah, that was pretty lucky one, but I think I played to my outs and was able to get a win. And yeah, at some point I drew the impact of balance with Colossus and ended up discarding it due to the restrict card limitation, hand space limitation. I just decided that should I give government or balance, and at this point I just thought that a safer play to keep the government, but maybe could have gone for some balance plays with the gates also. But yeah, thanks for watching the another game, and I suppose I will be back when the Grandmaster season starts. I probably won't have time to make another video, but let's see. So yeah, thank you very much and bye.